As those temperatures heat up, so do those AC bills. We've got some tips on how to keep your energy bill down this summer. We'll be right back. Welcome back to 12 Weekend Today. You already know this. The hotter it gets, the higher our electricity bills. It's the AC unit. But before you call a mechanic, spend all that money, there are things that you can do right now to save. That's why we brought in Mike Donnelly with Donnelly Services. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me, Dee Dee.
I have a question. What is the #1 thing people forget to check?
Well, the easiest way to save energy and make sure your unit's cooling the best it can is change your filter. And it's amazing how many of us let our filters get, very dirty. And, just put a clean one in and you'll save money. It'll work better. And, you're off and running whether you're home or away during the vacation time.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter what kind of brand or the cheap ones, expensive ones.
It doesn't. It just means a clean filter makes a big difference. Right.
Well, your AC unit, I guess, is typically outside, and lots of people try to hide up that ugly box with shrubs and trees. Good idea? Or are you suffocating the box?
Well, it's a good idea, but make sure you trim the trees or bushes back. You need at least a foot of air movement into the condenser to make sure it's working fine.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so inside, let's go inside the home now. We've got fans blasting. Does that affect circulation of that AC or?
Well, fans in the house while you're there are a great idea because air moving across you will cool you down, whether it's a ceiling fan or a recirculating fan or something like that. But make sure you turn them off when you're not home because they don't do any good if you're not under them or near them.
Right, and that brings me to this question about the thermostat. I want to know, for the record, do you turn it up? Do you turn it down? How long? I don't know how to use this thing.
There's a lot of ways to use it to save energy. What temperature do you keep your house?
Okay, 74, and I'm not proud of it, but I'm from Maryland, so I'm a wimp when it comes to this topic.
And a lot of us usually keep it around 78 to 80 here in Arizona, so you are, I guess you're a wimp, but we're going to give you a pass.
How about you? What's yours?
Mine is 78.
Okay.
So, but for every degree you can live warmer, you'll save 2 to 3% on your cooling costs. And then there are ways to set it, let it get warmer during the day or super cool your house. But typically, those ways of using your stat work best when you have a time of use rate with the utility.
Okay, so what about setting that thermostat when you leave? I've heard 4 degrees lower.
4 degrees is a good gauge, especially in the extreme heat right now. Any more than that, and it takes a lot of energy to cool the house back off. And the other part of it is if you don't have a time of use rate or you're home all day, just set it at one temperature, 74 or 78.
Right.
And don't touch it. The more you monkey with the stat, the more energy you use.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for those really helpful tips as it gets heated out here in the valley, and it's just the beginning.